This is just a quick video on what we're doing up near Bundaberg in a young crop. It's part of our land care project to engage with growers about cover crop technology and to try and help move this technology along, experiment with it, find the problems with it, and try and get it going. It's well known that cover crop technology has great benefits, but there are practical considerations in getting it to work. And one of the situations where it would be very helpful is in young crops, just planted crops that have been contoured, a lot of exposed soil, and the need to improve those soils, get more carbon into them, more water holding capacity, more microbial diversity. So all these things are quite a challenge. If we just let this go, it will probably just naturally grass up with local grasses, which will certainly cover the ground, but there won't be much microbial diversity, and in the longer term there probably won't be many resources for beneficial insects. There will be some pollen from the grasses, but there won't be much nectar, which is really beneficial to parasitoids and the adult stages of lots of predators. So as you can see, it's a pretty stark environment. We have planted quite a section here in conjunction with Bundaberg Sugar. We use the network seeder, which has been supplied by Bioresources to do the planting. You can see the lines the seeder has left there. It's a double disc planter. So it can handle all sorts of conditions, but not very hard soil. So some of this paddock was very hard, compacted. It's been scraped and contoured, so some parts are really hard and other parts were just deep sand. So very challenging environment. And also this planting was done in November, early November. It had been very dry for probably 6 months, hardly any rain, very low subsoil moisture, and we were planting in the hope of some rain. There was about 20 mils of rain a week or so before this planting, and that was the first rain for a long time. You can see a bit of a green tinge there of the local grass starting to come through. So we planted a mixture of seeds, some small grasses and brassicas, as well as sorghum and sunflowers. But you know, there mightn't be enough moisture for those larger plants to get going. If you can get them going, they're fantastic. They get down, into the soil. They produce a lot of microbial activity. And they produce a lot of carbon, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's what it looks like. Pretty tough. You can see the undisturbed ground on the side where grasses from the local seed bank have come up. And so this is what it looked like in late December. It was a bit of a strike, not particularly good, very poor in fact. So there's a few sunflowers and a bit of sorghum, and not a hell of a lot else that appeared at that stage. But by early March, there were a lot of local grasses have established, but you can see some legumes that have come up from the planting. This is some of the really hard ground. You can see the lines of the cedar there where nothing much has come up. But you know, in other patches you can see the lines where the things have come up in those lines, but I guess if we hadn't planted anything, not much would have come up at all. So you can see the lines of the cedar there. So it has not been as successful as we would like, but still it's some stuff has got going. There's the odd legume here and there, and you know, we don't know what will happen, you know, subsequently. There might be a bit of seed drop down. There's a, you know, desiccated sorghum, and you can see some of the lines there. But that's a really hard section of the country. Here's is a better part of the planting where there was more moisture down in one corner, and you can see the local grasses have done very well there. You can see remnants of the sorghum. Anyway, we'll keep you posted on developments here, and we'll keep a conversation going. Thanks for your attention.